It's me, Mikey Pipes, and Gigi the mini golden doodle. Yes.
So we'll see you later.
This video, epic. I swear, even if you pay me to be creative, you can't make this crap up. Steam boiler converted to a hydronic 2-zone boiler, and they left all the steam trim on it. I kid you not. You're not going to want to miss this one. Let's get going. All right, let's take a look at this ship show. I know, you cannot make this stuff up. This was manufactured as a steam boiler. And someone in the history of this system decided to convert it to hot water. As you can see, there's our low water cutoff, there's a pressure troll, there's the aquastat, expansion tank. There's a nice piece of 2x conveniently holding up these two zones here. We have bare exposed wiring. Literally, you couldn't pay me to make this up. All right, first things first. Let's turn off the water. We'll put a new tag on there for them. We have a little second hand right there. Let's drain down. Okay. She's not moving. Daniel is setting up a little pony pump. And we're gonna drain down the water heater. I would go right to the toilet.
You're gonna say in the YouTube comments now.
The hot water into the toilet?
Yeah.
I know, but shove it like deep in there.
Yeah.
Shove it deep in there.
They said that to me even when I was doing a warm unit and hadn't been working in days.
All right, so the game plan is the chimney has collapsed. You'll see that shortly. And that's one of the reasons why we're going with a Bosch Greenstar 151 Combi. We're gonna take a piece of plywood, 3/4 plywood, put it on this wall here. We are going to clean this up as best we can. Getting rid of the water heater, getting rid of this New Yorker steam boiler, and repiping this in. We're adding a third zone for future use. So on the new install, you're gonna have, oh man, look at this. The main water valve is closed. Leave it open because the main water valve is closed. We're draining down the whole house. This is creative. Wow. So I have Daniel, I have Peter, I have Chris, and I have myself. Unfortunately, we don't have the other Mike today. Our thoughts and prayers to his father, who tragically last night fell down the basement stairs where he remained all night, and Mike has to tend to his father today. So our thoughts and prayers to Mike's father. We wish him a speedy recovery. All right. Here's our power switch. All right, it's marked on now, but now it's off. And that appears to be powering that Taco SR502 2-zone switching relay, which we're taking out. It feeds the boiler power there, apparently. So let's look inside here and confirm how this ship show is wired. I'm trying to keep it PG for Bosch, since they are a sponsor of the channel. All right, yeah, so there's power. There's our power coming in, our circulators. Wow, this really, seriously, you can't make this up. We have our thermostats. Okay, good. This is TT going to the thermostat relay. They have a rib relay there. I guess they were using a line voltage thermostat at one point. But the objective here is we're gonna take this Romex, we're gonna bring it down over here, add a 1900 box with a switch and an outlet, and mount the Bosch Greenstar on this wall. I'm gonna start by disconnecting power and start breaking this bad boy down. Some history right there. October 10th, 2002. Clean chimney conversion installed. Cap. New something, side glass, pigtail, new pilot tubing. And we were here 2015, did a combustion test. Take a look at this chimney. As you can see, guys, it's collapsing upon itself. Very, very dangerous. And as you could tell, that switch, was it on there? Let's see. Yes, it was, but it's seen better days. All right. So some of you in the comments section have mentioned, that I'm shilling Bosch equipment. I take that as nothing but hating. Don't be a troll. You know what? I'm fortunate enough that Bosch has decided to associate themselves with my company and this channel to further promote their great and amazing products. The Greenstar, the Green Therm, the IDS 2.0 heat pump systems. Phenomenal products. Phenomenal products. And I'd like to thank Bosch from the bottom of my heart for extending that to us. Much appreciated. Thanks, Bosch. And if you're watching right now during this live premiere, let me get a hashtag Love Bosch. Thank you in advance. All right, to help drain down, we're going to open up the flow checks. The flow checks allow water to travel in only one direction. You're going to notice on my circulators, when I put them in, they have IFCs, or integrated flow checks. This is a universal flow check. It's Taco, and this is their 3/4 size. So by opening the flow checks, whatever water is above, these flow checks are going to drain down into the boiler, as long as that, which just says IFC, is not in there. So we know there's an IFC in that one, and that one as well. So if you have IFCs in your circulators, you don't need the external flow checks. This is strictly redundant. It actually makes the job a little bit more difficult, but I guess it's nice if you have to change the circulator without changing out the whole zone. We're going to get a bucket. I'm going to cut here, drain down those zones, and slowly remove this boiler.
You setting Chris up?
I am setting, no, I'm not setting Chris up, but go up high with the wrench. You just need one. Just one? Just need one. Should be able to just need one. All right. High as possible to the fitting. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. All right. What do you bench press? No, you had it the right way.
Yeah.
Yes. No. You had the pipe wrench was originally on the pipe the correct way to remove it. No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Yes. Now, how much you bench press?
270.
270. So this should be a walk in the park for you.
Let's see.
Okay. Try to do it in slow and like steady movements, not jerking it.
Gotta jerk her a little bit.
Yeah. Remember, PG for Bosch. Make sure you lick it before you stick it, though. Okay, that's most important. Excellent. That pipe is now garbage. The next thing you're gonna do is we're going to disconnect the gas at this union and take out this line. All right.
Channel lock you.
Just take a quick peek. Yes. Okay. You may be able to. The channel lock. Maybe. So you're going to loosen up that union right there. Open up the jaws of it. Okay. And you are going to go in that direction. Correct. Go. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Move this out of the way. Interesting. Look at that. There's our drain. Now, this 1-inch drop,
Same thing?
same exact thing. We'll break that out, and then we'll take out this nipple here, and we'll take out this 90. Or we'll leave that 90 for now. We'll see how it plays out. Okay. We have a lot of room here, which is nice. But once this boiler is out of the way, we'll have plenty of room to work with, and we'll also give the homeowner a lot of valuable real estate here. This is about 4 feet, and I'm gonna guess from where I am right now to that wall is about 9-10 feet. So another 40, 50 square feet that was occupied by this wildebeest. Okay, very nice. See the drip leg was basically holding up the pipe. Okay, good. Now, that also, we'll put that up to the side. All right, next, Chris, you take out this elbow. I mean, this nipple right here. Okay.
How do you think about this?
You're gonna put the pipe in the other orientation. There you go. Get in there. I wouldn't worry about the Durarock cement board. Holes everywhere anyway. Or chances are we're gonna have to open up anyway for venting. All right. Tell it who's boss. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, you can do it. It's all about the leverage, Chris. It's all about the leverage. How about this? Okay, try that first. There you go. Look at that. 280 bench press?
Yeah, 280.
What about like when you're going like this?
Curls?
Curls, yeah.
Nah, I've got small biceps.
You got small biceps. Damn. You gotta...
It's that and calves, they never grow.
Calves, yeah. You know who needs the gym? Out of the four of us? Well, I need it because I'm a fat fuck. Oops. Oh, I'm going to do a beep there. Daniel, you know, I think we're going to have, there's going to be a new company benefit, employee benefit. Look on his face. There's going to be a new benefit that the company will pay for a gym membership.
Can I get in on that?
I will gladly do that.
Okay, deal. All right, yeah? Okay, look at that.
100% I'd do it.
Definitely. All right. So you already have a company credit card, right? You were going to join a gym. All right. You're going to go. Don't just join like, you know, getting like a subscription to Playboy and never read it, right?
Okay.
You get the subscription, you know, you go month, you know, you go. And you too, Peter.
I will.
Okay? Because it's necessary because health is the only thing that you can't replace. And I speak the truth on this. Daniel went on a service call yesterday. Chris, I think you were there too, maybe. Daniel went on a service call yesterday. The woman calls me in a panic. As you know, I was in Puerto Rico on the beach sipping pina coladas. That's a lie. I was actually sipping Grey Goose on the rocks with lime. She calls me up, panicking, in tears. You could tell she was about to have a panic attack.
She was having a full-blown panic.
Oh, yeah.
She was.
Absolutely.
And I've known her for a number of years. You know, you'll see in the service history, we replaced the air conditioning system for her. We rebuilt her whole boiler. We replaced the end of the water heater. Did all this work. She called me up panicking. And I said, I called her by her first name. And I said, listen, sit down, have a drink of water. Like, you have your health. And then she tells me, her husband just died of cancer. And I was just blown away. I was blown away, but
Quit smoking.
I reassured her. No, he didn't smoke. She smokes
I
stuff.
said you quit smoking.
I know I should. It's drastically cut down though. You know, I'll say it. Drastically cut down from 2 packs a day to like half a pack.
You know, 0 times like a number.
I know. Still, you're not. Forget it. Don't even bother with that. There's no way. If you had the 48-inch, which I forgot to bring today, maybe, just maybe, but you'll move the boiler. All right. Before you do that, we have to disconnect more of this. But anything. The moral of the story is I reassured her. Daniel was there in less than 20 minutes, got the house shut down, made the repair, and restored her sanity. That's why I say, the only thing that can't be replaced is health.
Oh, let me give this a shot real quick.
Oh, there we go.
She was like, how are you so calm? And I was like, it's not my house.
You're trusting me, that is not coming out, and you're going the wrong
You
orientation.
should just let him.
I should have just let him, yeah.
You should have.
Okay. Chris has got the 24-inch. The 36, maybe with a piece of 2-inch black pipe, maybe, just maybe. But, okay. You entertain it. See?
Yeah.
You entertain that, and I'll entertain this.
I can push back on the motor.
Oh, it's a nice new putter, too, huh?
Yeah, is that mine? They opened up Mike's new cutter yesterday when Mike told him we were gonna cut.
It was so good.
I didn't open it up.
And it's all full of coffee already?
Well, no, it was just like,
Why'd you open up my brand new cutter? You could have gotten any of the other cutters. They ain't coming up,
That's garbage. Watch your heads, people. Thank you. Let's cut this one. Actually, the water main is shut down. Look how they did this. Like retarded. Let's just cut this for now.
well, I think it's funny how he was complaining about how he opened up his new cutter, right? But the one that he had that we used literally like an hour beforehand took like almost a full-blown minute to cut a piece of pipe. Yeah, but I had mine too. That you guys could have grabbed. Do you want this back or should I stop recording?
I don't know. People have been complaining that my videos haven't been long enough and they're getting bored with short, like 10, 15-minute videos. So they want to complain. I'll feed them.
Steve Lav was in the live stream.
By the way, yesterday's premiere, special shout out to Steve Lav. He's the greatest pub plumber in New Bedford, Massachusetts. And as much as the critics, myself included, have to say, it works for him in his geographic and for his clientele. At the end of the day, it does.
Yeah.
And you have to respect that. 190,000 subscribers this guy's got. I can't even imagine how much bank he's making off YouTube ad revenue. I can't even imagine. But Steve, if you're listening, you got to focus on getting some more corporate sponsors. You know what I'm talking about.
Value testers.
Yes. I was going to imitate him, but I don't want to stir the pot.
Yeah, you might lose another 2,000.
All right. We have to disconnect this right here. Where's the swizzle? There it is. Okay. That's gone. Let's get... This is a dead line. All right. We're going to have to roll it up and make sure we tape it off because it was dead here. All right. But we just have to make sure that's still the case. Now, let's cut out this right here.
Should be on
two circulators. And I can't forget about how it's tied with... Oh, man, how do they do this? That's not going to work. I have a Phillips... Nope, I got this right here. Carefully try to get out of the room without banging into a wall. There. Only stuck here. Okay, good. Outside. Okay, now let's get rid of the next piece. We'll get rid of this. Okay. Basura. Let's cut that also garbage. Okay. And that's garbage as well. Okay, let's see what we got. Now, we're going to take off all these controls, take off the jackets, and we'll disassemble it. It's easier that way. If there's enough here, we can manhandle it up the stairs, but I'd rather, this is a 4-section steam boiler, about 500 pounds. Why break our asses if we don't have to? Okay, $850. Let's take a look at the condition of the boiler. We have a lot of carbonization going on between these two sections there, but for the most part, not too shabby. All right, you ready to split?
Yeah.
Okay. Numero uno. Let's let that drop because we still have the clips in the bottom. Watch your feet, Daniel. There you go. It'll break. Okay, if not, we'll get it later. We'll go to the next section. Woo! Hot like tamale. Hold on 1 second, Daniel. Okay. Go. All right, 3/4 plywood is on the wall. And before we even hang the boiler on the wall, I don't think there's any copper water lines in that wall, but we're gonna throw on 2 new valves here and then turn the water on to make sure nothing leaks, because it would suck if we do have a leak in the wall. Once the boiler's on the wall, we're not chopping up the tile, we'd have to go this way. Makes sense, right?
Why would we have a leak on the wall?
We don't know what's inside that wall.
Oh.
I didn't put together this fugazi bathroom, you know? I'm sorry, call it like it is. Homer's over there laughing. All right. Let's cut just like, I don't know, cut like 2, give me 1 12-inch. All right, and what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put a valve here. All right, and we'll put another one there. Let's go like this, maybe. All right, and offset that with a 45. No, all right, no street 45. So let's go like this instead. 90s. Oh. So let's go there like that, and like this. All right, and we'll offset that. I'm gonna come straight across. Just like that. You see, we cleaned the copper. All right, Chris is going to press that in. I'm going to make sure that my torpedo is level.
Ready?
All right, and go. Perfect. Now, press that one in right there. Now, here's our valve. We're going to put that right there. Okay, and press in the left side of the valve. Good. Now, we're going to do something similar there, but for aesthetics, let's get a tape measure. Where did it go?
Yeah, a little tiny one.
MIA tape measure. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Okay. Now, we're going to take a measurement from here to there, and for aesthetics, make them both line up and pretty. All right. Valves in place. This is for my relief valve, temperature and pressure, isolation. Pulled out the flue. You can't even see the chimney here. Look at this. It does not even exist. Wow. Man, you couldn't pay me to make this stuff up. Now, the question is venting. Well, I was suspecting that because outside, I just saw a hole. I went outside, and the first thing I saw outside was all the garbage that they'd have to put right here, which is where I want to go outside with the penetration. But I saw this rectangular open outside. I'm like, this doesn't equal a square peg, doesn't equal a round hole, right? So we're going to clean this up. We're going to come out with our fresh air and our exhaust, and we're going to fill this in. We're going to get some cement, and we'll fill this in, and we'll vent up and out. You'll have fresh air. You'll be good. And we don't have to make more penetrations, and then we can seal up this hole. Disgusting. All right. There's our domestic cold water inlet. We're pre-pressing that first. I got the new Milwaukee M18, Force Logic. My other one broke. We sent it to Milwaukee, and it's in transit back. All right, now we can raise that one up. And we have domestic cold, domestic hot. You can do it. See, once you have that gym membership in play, you go to the gym. You know? See, Mikey Pipes.
Well, you know, there's more than one advantage to going to the gym. You know, you get big, strong.
You also have a selection of female.
He has a girlfriend.
He has, you know, he doesn't matter. It's not. You don't need another girlfriend.
He can look.
Right?
He's not allowed to touch. He can look.
Yeah. You can window shop.
Yeah.
Window shop is the best.
Yes, it is.
And then what you do is, you threaten your girlfriend and be like, hey, you know, I'm going to the gym. All these newer models are out there.
Yeah.
You better start acting right.
Exactly. See? You know, we should keeping it real.
Right? See?
And then Peter, who's young, just turned. Did you turn 21 yet?
In May.
In May. 21 in May. He'll have a plethora of women at your disposal.
Gotta start going to the gym.
You guys are going to the gym.
Huh?
He's supposed to have a.
He should have that now. You're right.
Yeah.
You're already young and
Exactly.
no girlfriend, just hanging out with the fellas.
You can't make look amazing.
Working with like Tune Civics, right? Tune Civics.
That's him.
That's him, yeah, with the Vic. All
Fitting
right.
The gas as well, or wait?
It's up to you. I would like to, yeah, it's up to you. We are.
What's that gonna be?
What, tight? Let's get a flat screwdriver. Just want to pry this back just to see here. Just to see here. Yeah, something that's not going to get destroyed. Like
So get
that
a real
one.
nice one.
Yeah, so give me the nice one. The Weeha.
What do you need? Your order. This one?
Okay, right there.
It's a nice
A little bit right there. Okay. Now, let's hang.
Well, not really.
Hey, they drive like an hour
Yeah.
in the morning. You know? But they're good kids. Well, not
That's when
kids.
I go to get my concert. Station.
All right. Okay. There we go. You're going to have to go upright vertical with that bad boy.
Grab that bottom.
Okay. Good. Here, let me grab my bottom real quick. Hold on, you gotta come down.
Got it. Nice.
Are we on completely? Oh, no. There we go. Now we on?
Yeah.
Yep, we're on.
Yeah.
Good. Teamwork, look at that. Let's go Bosch. Love Bosch. You have your Bosch shirt on too?
Always.
And here we go. We all got our Bosch shirts on. Oh, shh. Oh, you said you're a large, right? You said you're a large?
Yes.
Oh, go get two large Bosch shirts from the truck. Yes, gasket's on top. All right.
Want me to lick them first?
No, you don't have to lick them first.
So it's not like an engine gasket. You don't have to, lube her up.
No lube is required. All right. We had some space limitations here. I also wanted to leave enough room for my domestic hot and cold water lines, which are coming from here and going to under the boiler. I also needed to make sure I incorporated my spiral vent. I couldn't keep it down there because then my expansion tank's going to be upside down, and we don't want to do that, right? We don't put expansion tanks upside down. We follow the manufacturer's recommended way of installing expansion tanks, and that is pointing down. Okay, we have behind that, we have a Street 90 and a 45, 1.25 inch, also 1.25 inch press there. Press fittings, compliments of Viega. Here's a Street 90. Here's a Webstone 1.25" press air separator. All right, I left enough clearance here to dismantle this in the future should I need to get inside there. I have a length of 1.25" pipe here. If you notice, I'm using L, the blue lettering. A 90, another piece of pipe, another 90, 1.25" by 3/4 T, 1.25" by 3/4 T, 1.25", 90 by slip 3/4 reducing adapter, nipple, Webstone isolation flange. As you can see, they're not secured yet, and neither is the bolt, so I can rotate these into any preferred preference. We're gonna probably end up keeping them just like that. So as long as I can clear there, and I could turn this one, clear that as well, and turn that one, I could easily access wiring. Okay, I can isolate, and I can still tighten up my flanges. On the top, isolation flanges with purge, also by Webstone. That's up next. And I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers out there. We are at 31,000 subscribers. It's an amazing accomplishment. Just last week, 2 weeks ago, we had 30. Grew 1,000 subscribers in about a week. Yes, Chris, correct. So thank you so much. And please take a moment, check us out on Reddit. If you want, you could chat with us on WhatsApp and Discord. And I would appreciate it if you smash that thumbs up button in advance. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, do that next.
Is this locked down or does it float a little bit just like that?
Nope, same way we did the other ones. It locks in place, that O-ring, that steel ring locks into place. You'll figure it out. It's all good. It's all good. All right, if you're watching this during the live premiere, and today is today's Tuesday? No, today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022. If you're watching this during the live premiere, if you would like to show a little extra support to the channel and earn yourself a magical pipe wrench, you'll also become a moderator. Hit that $sign button and donate any dollar amount whatsoever to your choosing. Also, keep in mind, Let's Go Bosch shirts. We still have some available in small, medium, 2X, and 3X. We still have them available, so if you like one, they are free. The only thing we ask you to do is pay for shipping and handling, which is $11. And any donation over that, if you wouldn't so do so, that'd be nice. Do it. Payment links in the description box down below. I take Doge, Bitcoin, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, and you can also send me currency in the mail. Gold bullion, bearer bonds, all that good stuff. Expansion tank?
Oh, that's a new one.
That's a new one.
Oh, okay. Looks the same.
Oh, we got a good day. Do you carry Argo multiple boiler control? Blah, blah, blah. What is the prices? What form of payment do you accept? Waiting for you to confirm. Scam artists. Scammers. Don't go crazy. All right, on to the other side.
Oh, this side should fit now.
The ratcheting wrench. One of the YouTube subscribers sent that to me. It's very nice. Nice gesture. Tighten up all the circulator flanges. And then we're gonna run a little bit of copper, some adapters, and then hook up our packs. All right, supply side is done. You know, it is what it is. Homeowner is asking, PEX is better, in his opinion. I don't record faces in case you know. I'll show your feet. Tons of feet, especially the ladies' feet. The guys start drooling over that, right? So there's two different types of PEX.
Right.
It's called PEX A and PEX B. PEX A is expansion PEX. We use a different type of, like you saw, this fitting right here. It's got those little ridges right there, right? That's for crimp PEX. Then we have, here we go. And then we have this, which is one ridge, right? And that's for expansion PEX. Now, take a look at that. Hold that in your hand for a second. And now let's take a look at, do I have one here? Do I have one here? No. Shoot. The diameter, the inside diameter on expansion PEX is wider than crimp PEX, allowing for more flow. Now, back to freezing, right? You say, well, if this pipe freezes, it'll bubble up, right? Yes, if the water, as water freezes, it expands and it will split copper easily. It'll also split PEX B and can split PEX A. And if it gets cold enough, anything will fail. However, the main difference between PEX A and PEX B is that if I do this, right, here's a piece of PEX. If I do this like that, this can never go back to the way it was. You'll always have that there. If I do that to PEX A, right, and I take a heat gun to it, it'll go back to its original shape. When we put in PEX A, for example, to accommodate this actually slides over inside the PEX. But before we slide it in, we take an expansion tool, and it's like a jaw that it eats inside, it pushes from inside out, and then we slide this in, and that's it. The PEX itself will spend its entire life, a lifetime, trying to go back to original size.
Right.
So if it was to freeze, it'll expand to try to accommodate that expanding water. As it gets cold enough, it'll freeze. It is what it is, but it's less likely to freeze with expansion PEX. But as with anything, there's pros and cons to everything. PEX A is more expensive than PEX B. You have PEX right here. You have this blue and green. I'm sorry, this blue and red. Right. This is a heating loop. This is your domestic waters, right? And if you look here, you'll see PEX B maybe, or who the manufacturer is. There's been controversy, like a whole Navian thing, right? With Uponor's blue and red expansion PEX. There are people who are claiming that, and it's been discontinued, by the way. But they're saying for a different reason. That during the manufacturing process, when this is going into the furnace, the kiln, which bakes on the color, it degrades the PEX itself, the polybutane, whatever it's called, polypropylene, whatever it is. It degrades that, and years down the line will develop cracks. Ironically, coincidentally, at the same time this is going on, Uponor decides we're discontinuing the blue and red PEX. We're just making clear PEX with the lettering is different colors. I'm still a fan of Uponor. It's expansion PEX. It has more flow, but there are other manufacturers like Mr. PEX, and there's another company, I think what it's called, but you have PEX B there. And it's very common because it's cheaper, and this fitting is a lot more expensive than a crimp fitting. You good?
Now you know.
Now you know. If you don't know, now you know.
Oh yeah. You got
Making our return tree, very nice. Okay, let's review the wiring. Here is my 110 volts. That switch, Romex clamp right there, going to this 1900 box. Here's my line going to a switch, and I'm coming out with a pigtail. Same thing with the ground for everything. All right. So this line right here is going to be powered to the Greenstar. This line goes here, and I mounted the SR502 for the 503. I keep forgetting these numbers. SR503 switching relay. There's my ground neutral line to input there.
Can you hand me a pair of channel locks, please?
All right, and I got my, I don't know if you can see them, but there's red heads on all the wiring. Those red heads, not for everyone, but for wiring, BX especially, you need to have it. Now, this extra wire, this red wire, it was not connected to the old boiler. It's not going to be connected to this one. But we're going to take all of our neutrals together, all of our grounds, and I'm going to add a switch, an outlet here.
Let me make sure I measured it right.
Of course, you're about to ask something.
The difference between the red and blue.
L and M?
Yes.
So there is two primary types of copper tubing we use. There is a third, right, which is primarily used for underground, which is called K. It's very, very heavy pipe.
So it's probably thicker and less.
Correct. So we have L, which is used for domestic potable water, which always has a blue lettering on it. You have M, which is used for hydronic heating.
Okay.
In New York, there will be people who comment that, what are you using M piping for? It's not allowed, like because they're in Canada or they're in like West Bumble F, Wisconsin. But in New York, we have M tubing, which is thinner tubing for use on hydronics.
Oh, okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. So for example, this is, well, it should be M. I think we used L here for whatever reason, but
So thinner for hydronics, that way, obviously.
yeah, because it's cheaper and you don't really need it because it's low pressure. Okay. If you had a high pressure system, which we don't work on, you would probably need the thicker piping to accommodate that. Okay. So it's cheaper and it's cheaper. No, makes sense?
Good enough to me.
Makes sense. You're wearing your hat backwards like anarchy. Or save your ship.
Upside down.
Yo, what are you doing?
I don't know, this is pretty easy.
Oh my God.
It's kind of comfortable this way.
We brought the tripod down here. By the way, the bootleg Steel Dragon tools. Look at it. It's all like dun-dun-dun. It's all like fake. Come on.
Is this that bad?
What you're doing?
Yeah.
You know, I know you took a small school bus to school, but that wasn't because you were special needs. It was because you went to private school. Catholic school. Co-ed, right?
Oh, yeah.
How was? Oh, you graduated high school too? How were the Catholic schoolgirls? Were they?
Half of them were my cousins. So. Seriously, my class are my cousins.
Wow, that's some real Midwest stuff right there. Daniel, you gotta use a tripod.
I'll do that for the next one, because this one's pretty much done.
All right, continuing with the wiring. Here is my receptacle. Here is my outlet. Here's a 5-wire Wago 221. Here's a 5-wire Wago 221 for all the pigtails. And my green from my ground. They're all connected. I have electric tape around all of the terminals there. And we're going to put on the steel box and mount it right here. All right, we're slowly making progress on the return side. Meanwhile, on my supply, got all my circulators wired, and
You want me to loosen this?
let's use
You can pull this.
the Nipix and strip all of these wires. Alright. Just like that. And now we're gonna use the Wagos and connect that. So Daniel went to Frank's Supply to pick up some copper pipe, right? And you got poached. That is not professional. And then we're gonna call this guy out. It is not professional to poach guys. Don't do that. That's not right. Not professional. Mike Brazoza, boiler and steam specialist.
Bozo.
You don't even have your address on it. You don't have anything on here. You're a bozo. Broza.
Yeah.
Brozoza. Bozo. Bozo. Look at these guys. Trying to poach. Trying to poach. And you wish you did work like this. Alright. There's circulator 1, circulator 2, circulator 3. Line voltage in. See, nice and pretty. Take your time, ladies and gentlemen. Thermostats and TT. We're going to take our staple gun, make that nice and pretty. Same thing with TT, XX, going to TT on the boiler. SR 503. Do the press machine. Chris, I got to pat myself on the back. Can you do it for me, actually?
Nice job.
Yeah, look what we did. There is my Calefi 1/2-inch boiler pressure mixing valve, right? Here's my cold water, domestic cold water, and it lines up like it's supposed to be. That is tits. That is tits. Look at this. All I need to do is add a 3/4 by 1/2-inch T there, and there's my boiler feed. Make sure that's perfect. Wow, that's impressive. I gotta tighten this up. One of the things about press is that you always have to think ahead to make sure that you'll be able to press the next joint. That's where it's on there. Peter Pan, this is Mikey Pipes and Mikey Pipes News Channel. What do you think? You think you can make it, Peter Pan? What do you think?
I think I can.
You think you can?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to click your heels together 3 times and go, I think you can, I think you can, I think you can.
I know I can.
You know you can! You can do it! Come on. You can do
I
it!
think he'll get it pressed. I just don't think we'll be able to get the tool back out.
That's as long as it's pressed.
As long as it's pressed.
It's part of the job. Yeah,
I
because
don't
it's
know.
in.
I don't know, but Chris is becoming closer and closer to the A apprentice.
Oh, look at that. You did it.
You did it! How do you feel?
Great.
First slice or second slice?
First.
First.
First. That's a second.
Number 2.
Let's look at that from marinara. Mmm. It's not King Umberto's. We love King Umberto's. Ever King Umberto's?
I never had no pizza from around here.
Why not? You don't like pizza?
No, I like pizza, but
It's trash.
it's, you know how you have good spots. They say, oh, the pizza is good, and you get it, and it's like, I can take it outside and use it as a frisbee.
Left. You can see the top. Like that.
That's you.
Oh, that's you, Peter.
That's you. Look at that.
You just lined it up perfectly.
You lined it up perfectly.
That's not me.
Listen, if the glove don't fit,
You got cotton fork.
but you got caught red-handed right there. And that one too. What do you have to say for yourself? This is Mikey Pipes, Mikey Pipes News Channel. What do you have to say, Peter? We found you guilty of defacing the customer's wall. And don't rub it in. You're gonna make it worse. You gotta get a spraying on, and now you gotta get one of the new rags that I stole from the hotel yesterday, and clean the wall. Okay. Hopefully the spraying iron's not frozen. They think they got me, but I didn't paint myself into a corner. The light is dying. We like to use the press machine exclusively on our jobs, but that's called a B-tank. I know many of you have not seen this before on this channel, but this is called a B-tank. And we solder with it. See that? That's tits. See? So, I painted myself into a corner. You see, there's my domestic cold, domestic hot. Now I gotta, no machine was fitting in there. No machine. No man with his machine was gonna fit in there. And if they say otherwise, they say hogwash. I'm a psychotic lunatic. But now we're gonna solder that. It's already fluxed. Peter is going to hold the camera. And while I solder it, I know you like to be fed. There's not even a snotty nipple on that. Oh, there's no snot. No. No snot. Look at that. Blind. I'm doing it blind. Look at that. Oh, snot. That's tits.
Pretty nice.
Isn't that tits? Look at that. Is there any snots on that? No, sir. Not here, buddy. Not here. All right, so I needed to sweat those two because obviously the machine is not getting in there. And now we're going to connect from here to there and from here to here. We're going to get a little creative. Let's see if it's in your blood. The tip of the blue flame is the hottest part of the torch. That's where you want the tip to be. Good. Take the heat away. Take the heat away. Take the heat away. Good. Good. Turn that off. Okay. Well, you don't want to burn the fitting. You just want to give it just enough heat where it takes the solder. It's just a drip leg. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Now. You need to clean that side too? Yeah? Okay. Alright. I'm going to turn for you. About 4 more seconds. Give it some solder. See what it's doing. And then if it takes it, take the flame away. Take the flame away. Alright? Other side. Extend your solder. Extend your solder. Extend your solder. It's hot now. Yeah. You might want to lick it before you stick it. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, it's so hot it is. See that? Good stuff, right? Look at that. That was your second. That was your first real joint. Right? Not bad.
Solder joint, yeah.
Yeah. Chimney sweep guy until it holds red. Hold on, I want Daniel to multitask here. Put the combustion analyzer on the. There you go.
My magnet doesn't really work.
Chimney sweep guy until he's red. This is going to enable a high fire. Okay, we're red, and I have I have 6 dashes. And we want the probe of the combustion analyzer center of the exhaust. Correct. See, Daniel?
I'm trying to do.
I know you're trying to multitask. It's okay. 148, 150. Alright. What targets are we looking for here? Right now I'm at 947. We're at 175 degrees. 952 CO2. Okay, the car's gonna shut off soon. 182, 183, 9.52%. Chimney sweep button. Okay, 2 dashes in the bottom is low fire. We're at 193 degrees, 194, 195. We don't want to, if it's a Navy, it's going to go E001, flash heating the heat exchanger. We don't want that. I know it's not going to happen to Bosch. We love Bosch. Hashtag love Bosch, by the way. Okay, right now we're at 924 and dropping. But at 181 degrees. 0.2 deviation, correct. Correct. Yep. That's if we need to adjust it, because we know that these machines are factory adjusted and calibrated. Where's it manufactured? Denmark? Hmm. Okay. Well, it's better than South Korea. Hey, how's your the singular working out for you guys? Okay. Okay. Got brand new product. Correct.
Product that we launched. So far, I haven't had any issues.
Good.
I mean, nothing that I wouldn't say I would have seen with anything else. Certainly nothing to be alarmed.
Yeah, again, a brand new product, so it's.
I have a lot of them out there already. I was surprised about that. A new product that was taken so well by the market.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's good products to have.
Yeah. All right. By the way, 913 CO2.
Okay, so we're gonna drop that a little bit.
Okay. So now on the gas valve, it's the one that has the Allen key screw cup protecting the cover, right?
Yep. And if you look at high fire, you can see which way is plus, which way is minus. Clockwise is one way,
Yes.
counterclockwise.
We go the opposite.
Exactly.
Daniel, Peter, I need the Allen key set. You know what size millimeter screw that is? It's a 4 millimeter. Look at you, right on top of the game, Timmy. What would Platsky and what would Bosch do without you? So now this is metric. No, this is imperial. I need metric. Because we're dealing with the European brand, so we have to deal with the metric Allen keys. I got the WEHA. Look at the WEHA. 4. All right. There we go. No, you're wrong. It's not 4, Timmy.
Unless Peter put the wrong size in the.
It's a 4.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, 4. You see? 4. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for Daniel. I got a big feeling right now. If you can only see it. Sorry, I had a big black thing in my mouth, aka the flashlight. All right, now I'm going to take that same 4 millimeter Allen key, right? And I am going to know if my high fire is counterclockwise, my low fire is clockwise. So I want to, and if my CO2 is 9.3%, and if I want to decrease it, I am going to clockwise turn that set screw adjustment on the gas valve.
There you go.
Okay, and we're going to do an 1/8 of a turn.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, I just did an 1/8 of a turn. We are in low fire with those 2 dashes still in the display. Right, we are at 157 degrees of temperature, and we're gonna wait for our CO2 to drop to, I think, was 8.6 you said, or 8.9?
Yeah,
8.6, I knew I was close.
Last year, then that's fine.
So I went up in CO2 by going clockwise. So now we're gonna go counterclockwise, right? See, I'm not crying, see there's a plus sign right there. See, plus sign, I need to go plus, the opposite. All right?
So yeah, if on the high fire plus is clockwise, and to go plus you have to go counterclockwise. On low fire, it's just the opposite of high.
Gotcha. And don't forget, if you're going to the beach, don't forget to bring a towel.
You're a towel.
All right, we are at 8.91, and we need to go to 8.6. So let's see. Let's go down just a little bit. So we're gonna go just a little more, a C hair more counterclockwise. A C hair. We're keeping it PG for Sal, Director of Sales at Bosch Thermotechnology. We love Bosch. 8.85, 8.80. Timmy, did I tell you that I just love Bosch?
The saws are outside.
Oh, they're cutting the... I told them to wait until the cement dries. Now we're at 8.63.
It dries in 30 minutes.
We like those numbers.
Oh yeah, it's like so sweet. It's like, oh, I would like to get to 8.60. What do you think? Think I could do it?
No.
No?
It might be. I don't see why not. This is America.
Okay. It is America, and let's go Bosch.
There you go.
All right. Eight.
My t-shirts.
Oh yes, and you got to talk to Sal because we're running low on Let's Go Bosch t-shirts.
8.57.
8.57. So now I need to go up a little bit. It's a little hair. Oh, and Timmy, you think maybe the guys over at Plasky can deliver us some more knit hats, Bosch knit hats?
I'll see what we got laying around. I have no idea what we got, but I'll see what we got.
Because I'm standing in front of this homeowner. He just got this brand new Bosch Greenstar 151 Combi with these beautiful zones, by the way. By the way, this job, man, you guys, you know, we should FaceTime. This job is literally like tits. I swear, perfect. Didn't move. And he would like, you know, I gave him some Bosch t-shirts, I mean, long sleeve shirts. Oh, wrong way. I need to go the other way.
There you go.
And he's loving his Bosch.
Nice. We like that.
Yes. All right. I don't think we're deviating from 8.7%, 8.57%. So
Okay.
my carbon monoxide is at 3 particles per million. My stack temperature, you know, it's really nice, by the way, is 133 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
O2 is at 5.6. Gross efficiency, 88.7.
There you go.
Not bad. Timmy, it is always a pleasure to talk to you, and I feel, and I just feel honored that we have this relationship. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
And now, how do I take it out of low fire? What do I press?
Okay, so you got the 2 dashes.
Yes.
First and Judy, so we can have once more. She's gonna do it.
All right, and he goes away. Thank you, Timmy. Love you, bro. No homo.
You got it.
Thank you.
Talk to you later, Mike.
Bye.
Bye.
Make sure we print those out, and we'll leave a printout on the machine. All right, well, we let the children play. Do I even want to know? Oh, come on. I hope they didn't glue this. You think it's glued? Yep. Nope, good.
It's not dry.
I know. All right, so this needs to come off. All right, this needs to come up, right, and elbow out, because we need to come up with for fresh air and clear snow line. This one's gonna come up a lot more to like here and snorkel. All right, and we have threaded rod, and I have split ring hanger, so it'll be secure there. Okay.
Okay.
Threaded rod still downstairs?
Everything's done.
Good. Full disclosure, it is 4:15. 4:15, Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022. Oh, I'm not going in this way. We got to do a couple things with this system, with the venting, and I'm not getting in there today. No bueno. Okay, 4:30, September. What's wrong with me? I keep getting the months and days wrong. February 2nd, 2020. We started at 8 o'clock-ish. Let's look. Okay. Start from the bottom, now we're here. Start from the bottom, now we're holding here. All right, here we go. This is, let's start with domestic water. Domestic hot, domestic cold, right? Domestic cold, we're using almost exclusively ProPress here. 3/4 full port bowl valve. This is to isolate cold water going to the water heater. Sorry, the Bosch. Tits came out perfect. 3/4 by 1/2 inch T, dropping down to my backflow prevention 1/2 inch black backflow prevention device. This is my Calefi 1/2 inch pressure reducing valve. This is my pressure gauge, which is optional on this. I order them with that. I have a T there, not a T. The isolation valve for the expansion tank. I think I couldn't get the webstone, so I got the blue fins. Compliments of supplyhouse.com. Real people, real service. Not a sponsor of the channel. Don't even ask me about it. That goes to the bottom of the 1.25 inch webstone air separator. Similar like spiral vents, I don't need to have all that pipe separations, that 12 inches, 7 inches, whatever it is. I don't need that here when I'm using a real air separator, not an air scoop. Okay, above that, this is my supply side of the boiler. I have a convenience outlet right here and a switch. The switch will turn off all the power to the boiler. That includes the Taco SR503 switching relay, power, which then powers circulators. As you know, I'm using the ECM Taco 0015E 3-speed ECM circulators. That's flashing. We'll make that go away. Look, see? Now it went away. All right, this is a future zone. It's already wired. Everything's good to go, and I even left enough copper there in case we're not the plumber to add in that future third zone. You know, the plumber, if he doesn't have a ProPress, like some old school guys out there, there you go. And the same thing on my return there, you see? Ready to go for future install. It is a three-floor house, basement, first floor, second floor. Unfortunately, the basement is a thermostat. First floor and second share another. Weird, but true. The bottom, as you can see, I'm using the Bosch pre-manufactured manifold. We have the Watts valves on there. And this is to purge, flush, and do descaling. Coming out of the bottom, here is my neutralizer media right there, going into the sewage ejector pit here. Okay, other side. I have 1.25 inch by 3/4 T's and fittings for my returns. Again, valves, and a limitation here, which just really pisses me off, is the 1/2 inch pecs. Really pisses me off, and it is what it is. Okay. We're good. Venting goes outside, split ring hanger there, holding this up a little bit. We could actually go up on this a little bit. Drip leg. Everything really came out here really nice. Very proud of the guys. And got the sticker right there. Combustion analysis. When the door folds down, we have things we can do in there.
I didn't think we were getting the door on.
You think you're gonna get the door on?
No.
Why? Because of that?
Because of the pipes right here.
Oh, come on. Have faith, Daniel, son. You're not, come on. You're not working for that last horrible oil company that you worked for located in Valley Stream, New York. All right? I didn't mention the name.
You could say that.
No, I don't want to say that because it's not professional to talk bad about another contractor. Even though how bad the quality of work they do is, it's still not professional for one to talk bad about the other. It's just not nice, you know. It's just not nice.
It's so flashing.
I know, but it's circulating though. And it's not flashing white though, it's flashing orange.
Ooh, it's hot.
It's hot, yes.
What do you think?
Okay.
So the upstairs, I don't know if it's because it's bigger than down here. It's taking slow, I should say.
Yeah, it's gonna take it. The only thing that you changed here is the engine.
Right.
And it's more efficient, of course, obviously, and it's tuned in properly. Your limitation, as we spoke about,
Because of the piping.
the half-inch piping. And we know that we have 2 half-inch PEX lines leaving the boiler room and coming back to the boiler room. And we know that one set is exclusively used for the basement, right? Which, it would be okay, right? Because the basement is thermally insulated by the earth.
Right.
You have very, very little heat loss. But when you have the first and second floor in one half-inch run, that's your limitation. The boiler will run until the thermostat is satisfied. You know, the louvers, like see the louvers here on the baseboard. I think we spoke about this, right? Those all need to be open. If they're closed like this, right? If they're closed like that, well, guess what's going to happen? You're going to stop natural convection of air. And what that means is, you don't see this, but behind the scenes, cold air is on the floor. Hot air rises, right? Cold air is going to go to the hot element. It's coming in through the bottom. So let's say the bottom is all blocked off here. Let's say you had tons of furniture here, all those other good stuff, right? You're going to block natural convection from going through the bottom of the radiator, through the elements, through the opening of a louver, and then up around. And it just goes like this. So very, very important, all louvers must be open and unobstructed. If there's furniture or bedding or dresses, whatever, smack up against it, even if you pull away a couple inches, it makes a world of a difference. World of a difference. But your limitation is still that half-inch PEX. And again, I haven't scoped out the second floor. What we may be able to do is run a new 3/4 inch line, 2 of them, going upstairs, circling the whole entire second floor, and then coming back down the same path, or the same trench we made in a wall on the first floor. And I'm not talking about opening up a whole wall, but from the floor to the ceiling, possibly the entire height, we run new lines there, 3/4, insulated, and you see a world of a difference. So most important, make sure all the louvers are open. If there's some rooms that you don't really need to heat, close the louvers.
Right.
Because again, the hot water is still going to flow through the system. It's just not going to be extracted by that natural convection occurring in that room. Okay? Let's just check one more final thing here. We're running. Let it run. So Daniel, what do you think?
I think that's pretty good.
Chris, what do you think?
Hungry again.
He's hungry again. Peter Pan?
Looks good.
Looks nice. And we wish Mike's father a speedy recovery. Yeah. He has a fractured hip, but we wish him a speedy recovery. If Mike was here, we would have still gotten it done, but it would have done a little bit sooner. But it's all good.
A lot of it sooner.
A lot of it sooner. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? It's good?
Great.
Okay, there you go. That's what I want to hear.
Great.
Oh, look, are you Snapchatting?
Yep.
Yep.
Only the part that I did, of course.
Yeah, it only took you 2 hours. You and...
Hey,
that's 2 hours you didn't have to do. Just saying.
One thing I need to point out to you, a few things you need to know about. Right?
I'll take your pipe.
This is the power switch, right, for the boiler. By turning the switch off, you notice that turned off. All the lights are off, the boiler's off. This switch is also like the switch right outside the doors there, right? We turn the power on, voila, everything will fire up shortly. This is just basically an outlet. We normally use pumps and things like that for power. This thing usually has a power cord. It's all hardwired, so for your convenience, you have an outlet there. It just makes it look more nicer. Above overhead. If this thing is ever leaking water like crazy, right, which hopefully never happens, but you're panicking. Of course, you can always turn off the main water valve.
Right.
Right? But let's say this thing, the water is pouring from the bottom of this thing and you're panicking. It is what it is, right? You don't have to turn off all the water in the house. But if you can remember, we'll put some valve tags on here, right? We'll do this now, right? This valve right here is cold water, right? And closing that where the lever is perpendicular to the pipe it's attached to, closes it. When it's parallel like this, that means the valve is open. unless someone messed with this and like spun things around. But you're good to go with that.
So that one is open?
So now this is open. This is open. Is this open or closed?
Open.
Perfect. You see this? This is a trick question. You see this one? Is that open or closed?
It's open.
Oh, come on, it's a trick question. I ain't even told.
Closed.
It's closed because it's attached to this, right? So this is the actual pipe or the drain, which we can use when we service the boiler, right? But if I were to open that, water will come out of this drain.
Right.
So another trick question, open or closed?
Closed.
There you go, you're learning. Okay, the one back here, open or closed?
Open. Excellent.
This one?
Closed. Open.
Perfect. All right, I don't need to test you anymore. This is the gas, open or closed?
That's open.
Very good. Okay. So if the boiler ever were to be leaking water profusely, you're panicking, yeah, there's an emergency. Oh, we got to fix this too. We'll fix that. Kindle off clamp. You turn off the boiler. You turn off cold water. You can turn off hot water. And now the boiler is completely isolated because this is your cold water. This pipe feeds the boiler water. There's also a valve here, which is a knob. You can open and close that. This is closed. This is open. I wouldn't worry about this. I'm just showing you, just in case you ever want to look at this video, you'll know, hey, Mikey Pipes did it for me, right? But cold water feeds the boiler. Cold water feeds the tankless side of the boiler, which is, for space for domestic hot water, your tankless water heater, right? So that's cold water leaving, hot water cold water coming to the tankless, and hot water leaving, going to all your faucets. We're going to open this back up, and now we could turn power back on. That's all you need to know. This is a workhorse. This is the finest hydronic engineering that most professionals believe in, right? There isn't many products like this. Yeah, Bosch is one. We have another one called Wiesmann, another German company. There's also an American company called Lochinvar. And US Boiler makes, certain boilers as well. But out of the professionals, top three. In my opinion, like 1 and 2. It's tied. It's close with, Lochinvar. I happen to like them because they're American. But this thing it's a great machine. It really is a great machine. This thing will go through a nuclear war and still work. Okay, but don't forget, it does need annual service.
And those two right there is the zones.
So these two, right, which are both open, right, are your 2 zones. We have one for the basement, one for the first floor, second floor, which one day there's the 3rd zone, and maybe that will be the basement. And this is wired, so if we could split, this is basement, first floor, second floor. So if we could split that first and second floor, we're already set up for it.
Right.
That's what we did that for. Because it looks nicer now, and it looks like it was planned ahead.
Right.
That's all. Okay.
Got it.
Excellent. And behind the door, there's buttons and things like that, displays, pressure gauges, things like that, and you shouldn't need to do anything with it.
And that will always stay at 150.
Well, it's running. It'll go to 188 degrees.
And that would be what it will set at 188.
Yeah, because right now it's set for max.
Right.
Which is I think 188, 186 degrees.
Okay.
180. It's a little above 180. So you're good.
And right now,
and with Fin 2 baseboard, the design specification is 180 degrees. So you lower that number, then you have lower temperature, lower BTUs, and then with your cold house that you have, it'll be even colder.
Right. And you have one zone on right now.
Yes.
According to the light.
Correct. So I have them labeled as zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So this is zone 1, which is the basement. This is zone 2, which is your first and second floor, and zone 3, future use, will be.
So, what does that light mean? Because I don't see one here. But
it's not on. The zone's not on.
Okay.
If we raise this thermostat,
right,
you're gonna see this come on. Do you want to do it? Show you. Raise it up. Peter Pan's gonna raise the thermostat, and you're gonna see the Taco 0015E ECM 3-speed circulator. You're gonna see that light up first. Do it. There you go. Come on. There you go. See, zone 3 illuminated, and then the Taco circulator is on as well. And now we have circulation. We feel the pipe, hot like fire.
Okay.
So I've never seen this before. I exclusively install your 0015E 3-speed ECM circulators, and I know when it flashes white, I got air, but it was flashing orange. And so I go to the manual. I know like every time you change the speed, it'll flash. But while I was calling you, I was like, you know what? Let me change the speed from medium to low and see if it stops flashing. And of course, it stopped flashing. Maybe I wasn't just at the dead center of a speed setting.
It's funny you say that. I had a similar call not too long ago. The guy didn't have the wire connection properly. It was loose.
Interesting.
So he was getting like a consistent voltage to the pump. He fixed it, he tightened it up, and he was fine.
Okay. Yeah, because I just changed from medium to low because my connections are good. I'm circulating. It's just every like 10, 15 seconds it flashes, but now it stopped. Yep. So yeah, no problem. Awesome. That was a quick thing. Go home.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Be well.
Bye.
Bye. There you go. That is weird, but we're good.
It looks like it's flashing in the video, but it's not.
I know. It's like a heartbeat. All right.
Danny, do the manual.
Like Taco said, time to go home. All right, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed putting together that amazing Bosch Greenstar 151 Combi. Simply great engineering in a small compact box that just is a workhorse. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. Check us out on Reddit, Discord, WhatsApp, and of course, you can always email me, Mike at mikeypipes.com. Be well, God bless. Catch you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe and go hug your kids.